Hello my dear students, today I am going to discuss a new topic from the same chapter, that is the environmental and sustainable development, and the name of the topic is causes of factors of environmental degradation. Okay, so again the term is the environmental degradation, but what are the reasons or what are the factors which helped in the environmental degradation? So there are various factors which led to the problem of environmental degradation, and here I will discuss some factors. First, high growth rate of population. First, that is the high growth rate of population. Is it clear? So in our country, the growth rate of population is very high. So the high growth rate of population always adversely affects the environment. Population grows at about of 2% annually in India. It increases a pressure on the land and other natural resources. So the growth rate of our population is nearly 2%. Is it clear? So annually growth rate is growth of population is, that is 2%, and due to that it creates a pressure on the land and other natural resources. Even we can say the extraction of resources is more than their regenerations. Okay, so this situation will become worse if population growth is not controlled. That is the most important, high growth rate of population. Second, that is the increasing urbanization. Okay, so that is the second point, increasing urbanization. So as population in urban areas is increasing, migration of people from the rural areas to urban areas, so it makes the bigger problem for our economy. It puts more pressure on environmental resources, as there would be more demand of what? Human settlements, township and other civic amenities. So it also leads to increase in slum areas, cause decline in the quality of air, water, and as a result the environmental degradation takes place. So in a simple words we can say increasing urbanization means first, migration of people from the rural to urban areas. Second, that is the demand for the human settlement, township and other civic amenities will increase. And the third, water and air pollution will take place. As a result, what will happen? The quality of life will decline. Third point, that is the here increasing urbanization. Next, rapid industrialization. So rapid industrialization. So what is rapid industrialization? Continuous growth of industries is known as rapid industrialization. So in a simple words we can say, only to increase the economic growth rate, industrial sector is progressing as a faster rate. So the the rapid industrialization, it will take place. What will happen? Unplanned and unprovisional situation may be created, and it causes the environment environmental degradation or environment starts to decline in the form of air, water and noise pollutions. So industrialization has brought a long unwanted and unanticipated consequence such as unplanned urbanization, pollution and the risk of accidents. The most important thing is that industrial wastes, chemicals, smokes, etc. creates health problems such as that is the lungs problem, heart disease, blood pressure and so on. So these would be indiscriminating the quality of the life along with the economic development. So in a simple word we can say industrialization has also made a pressure for deforestation. Is it clear? Now come to the next point, that is the poverty. So environmental degradation, that is the next point. Poverty is also responsible for that because there is a widespread poverty in India due to illiteracy and unemployment. When these poor people fail to find the job, they depend on activities like cutting trees for fuel wood. They also sell it in the local markets. You can also say those have the small plots, okay, of land. They use them intensively without taking care of enhance its productivity. So what will happen? So in this situation the land will starts to decline, degradation will take place. Even the land is also scattered from one areas to another areas. So it also creates the harmful and natural effects. So in a simple words, once again listen, poverty, how the poverty is responsible for environmental degradation. So your answer will be poor people fail to find the jobs. They depend on activities like cutting trees for fuel wood. They also sell it in the local markets. They have the small plots of land. As a result, they do the intensive agricultural process. They use the intensive agricultural process in only to enhance its productivity, but it is noticed that if they will use more high fertilizers, pesticides, automatically the fertility of the soil will starts to decline. So in this way the poverty is also responsible for environmental degradation. Okay. Next is the increasing for pollution. So increase in pollution, and we know that there are different kinds of pollution, okay, such as air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution and so on. So what will happen? First of all, I am going to discuss about the air pollution. So vehicles are the major contributors to air pollution. Increase in the number of vehicles leads to air pollutions. So use of fossil fuels in industries. Next, that is the cow dung is also used for domestic purpose. Somewhere the woods is also used in the rural areas to add to do the domestic works, which adds the air pollutions. Clear? Now, what is the water pollution? So presence of organic industrial wastes in the water, that is known as water pollution. So soil erosion, minerals of rocks are the natural sources of creating water pollution. Except it, industries and agriculture is also responsible for water pollution, because without doing the better treatment of water, some industrialists release the water or they drain the water from their industries and the water bodies becomes highly polluted. Okay. Next, come to the noise pollution. So many sources of noise like sound of wind, ocean, machines, automobiles, explosive items, etc. creates noise pollution. So it causes irritation and annoyance among the people. So in this way it also responsible for environmental degradation. Is it clear? Now if we move towards the another point, what we find, that is the increase in the maximum use of fertilizers. Fertilizers, you can say pesticides also, insecticides also, because all these things we use in the agriculture and these are made up of chemicals, so it also helps in the environmental degradation. So to increase the agricultural productivity, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides are used. So it adversely affects the environment by using soil erosion and other long-term adverse effects on the fertility of the soil. These farmings techniques are not environment friendly, and indiscriminate use of agrochemicals would cause the land degradation. In a simple words we can say, if we use excessive fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides, it is in the form of indiscriminate use and which is harmful for our land degradation. Clear? Okay. Now next point we can mention, that is the misuse of natural resources. Or massive use of natural resources. Is it clear? Either we can say that massive uses of natural resources or environmental resources, or we can say misuse of natural resources. Clear? So overuse of environmental resources, when demand is more than their supply, in other words, we can say when the demand for the environmental resources is more than their supply, that is known as overuse of environmental resources. So it would result in the problems like deforestation and land degradation. In other words, we can say that misuse of environmental resources is failed to protect the harmful situation. It would result in the problem of global warming and ozone depletion. Is it clear? Because misuse of environmental resources may create the harmful gases which is harmful for the land and environmental degradation. Clear? So if the question comes that how we can control the environmental degradation, the same thing you will write here, that is the high growth rate population. Your answer will be population control. Next, that is the increase in pollution. What will happen? We must control the pollution. Here, that is the poverty. So poverty should be reduced, or we should eradicate the poverty. Okay. The most important thing, we should aware the people regarding the environmental degradation. Here, that is the increase in urbanization. So we should write the answer. Urban areas should be developed in a systematic order. Okay. So in this way, the measures to control the environment degradation may take place. Clear? Thank you.